Would you still pray to God if it meant being thrown into a den of lions? It sounds like a crazy question, right? But for one man, this wasn't just a question, it was a real-life choice. Let's talk about Daniel, a man who lived thousands of years ago. Daniel was incredible. He was wise, honest, and completely devoted to God. He was taken from his home as a young man and served in the powerful kingdom of Babylon. Because of his integrity, he rose to a high position, respected even by the king Darius. But not everyone was happy about Daniel's success. Other officials in the kingdom were so jealous they started looking for a way to get rid of him. The problem was, Daniel was so good at his job and so faithful in everything he did that they could unfind any fault with him. So, they came up with a wicked plan. They knew Daniel prayed to his God every single day, without fail. They convinced King Darius to sign a new law, a law that said for the next 30 days, no one could pray to any god or person except the king himself. And the punishment for breaking this law, being thrown into a den of hungry lions. The king, not realizing it was a trap for Daniel, signed the law. And in that kingdom, once a law was signed by the king, it could never be changed. When Daniel heard about the new law, what do you think he did? Did he hide? Did he stop praying? No. He went home, opened his windows that faced toward Jerusalem, just like he always did. And he got down on his knees and prayed to God 3 times a day. For Daniel, his relationship with God was more important than his own life. He chose faith over fear. Of course, the jealous officials were watching. They caught Daniel praying and immediately ran to the king to report him. When King Darius heard, his heart sank. He realized he had been tricked. He liked and respected Daniel so much, and he spent the rest of the day trying to find a way to save him. But the law was unbreakable. That evening, with great sadness, the king had to give the order. Daniel was taken to the lion's den. As they were about to put him in, the king said to him, "May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, rescue you." Then a large stone was rolled over the mouth of the den, and it was sealed with the king's own ring. There was no way out. That night, the king couldn't sleep. He was so worried about Daniel that he refused all food and entertainment. He just tossed and turned, hoping against hope. As soon as the sun began to rise, he rushed to the lion's den. His voice trembled as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve so faithfully, been able to rescue you from the lions?" And then a voice came from inside the den. It was Daniel. "Echidbak, my God, sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths so that they would not hurt me, for I was found innocent in his sight. And I have done no wrong before you, O king." Imagine the king's relief and joy. They quickly lifted Daniel out of the den, and he was completely unharmed. Not a single scratch on him. The lions had been as calm as kittens all night. See, in this miracle, King Darius made a new decree. He wrote to all the people in his kingdom, declaring that everyone should honor the God of Daniel. He said, "For he is the living God, and he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth." So what does this incredible story mean for us today? It shows us that God has the power to protect his people, even in the most impossible situations. It teaches us to stay faithful and keep praying, even when it's hard or scary. Sometimes we might feel pressured to hide our faith, or to do something we know is wrong just to fit in. But like Daniel, we can choose to trust God and stay loyal to him. No matter what, he is always with us and will give us the strength we need. If this story encouraged you, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories of faith and courage. And be sure to share it with someone who might need a reminder that God is always able to save. Thanks for watching.